everyone, I'm Aurora Newton.
And I'm Angie Bailey.
And this is Ask the A-Team.
Yes, it is.
My high eye friend.
Mm-hmm. It's constant restraint.
It is constant restraint. It's good for us. Or maybe not. I don't know about that. So we said that we were going to revisit change. So we're going to revisit it in this
Kind of funny. Revisit change
segment. Yeah, revisit change.
Yeah. So last time we were talking about like recognizing your feelings, right? But also weighing them with truth and not letting, your decisions and how you act and everything be made solely on how you feel, because sometimes your feelings can lie to you.
Yes, they can.
But then the next thing was to, put it out there, talk to others about it. I know one thing in my life anyway, that the enemy, and I've seen it so many times in other people's lives, the enemy loves nothing more than you to feel completely isolated in your circumstances.
Alone. Yep. I'm all by myself. Nobody understands me.
Picked off from the herd, right? He's a lion.
Yeah.
It's how they hunt.
And we could give you so many scenarios
Mm-hmm.
for that, but you know what we're talking about. You know, if you felt alone or you felt isolated or nobody feels like I feel.
Right.
It's a lie.
Yeah, it's absolute lie. Yeah. So talk to others around you. Now,
trusted others.
Trusted others. If they're, the chatty Cathy, if they're the person who, if they're the telephone.
Yeah, I say telephone, telewire, right? So,
but talk to somebody who's trusted, especially depending on what you are going through.
Right.
But talk about it. Don't dwell on it. Don't let that be all you talk about, but expose it, right? It's exposing what is dark and what makes you feel alone and bringing it into the light.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this before. We're accountability for each other. If there's something going on, hey, Ange, I got this thing going on. Shed some light. And you know what? It's so good because it helps us grow in that way too. So change is about growth. Because we can't grow without having some form of change.
Right.
I was sharing with you this morning, I had breakfast with another one of my accountability buddies, and I was talking about that sometimes, and you know this, I've said it so many times, that I'll get this stay back or this check in my spirit about people that, or teachers that are really recognized and really admired in our realm, like in the Christian realm, or whatever.
Circles.
In circles, yeah. But I'll get a check in my spirit, and I literally can't read whatever it is that people are telling me about, or can't, submit to that teaching at that time. And I've really, I've kept that inside me for so long, a lot of those people. And I share some of them with Ange and some of them with, other people. And, but this morning she said something to me that was just so earth-shattering great for me. It was like one of those aha moments. Was that yeah, sometimes
I'm here to prove it.
Sometimes you can win
Sorry.
this race. You can be higher.
Go ahead.
I love her so much. This is why we do what we do. This is why God said wait until Angie came along to do this, right? Because nobody could do this quite like us. We are a unique pair. Anyway, but what she said was, Aurora, maybe it's not that there's anything wrong with that, but that God has a very specific thing He's speaking to you right now, and He's teaching you, and He doesn't want you to learn from anybody else. And that was it changed my whole paradigm. It released me. I don't want to start crying, but it did. It really released me from a lot of things that I felt very isolated on. Why do I feel this way about this person when everybody else I know really respects their teaching? Why am I having this? And it was just such a revelatory moment for me. And I know now it is going to change the way I look at everything.
Absolutely. Sometimes you need that middleman to, bring things into your life, and sometimes it has to be completely cut out.
Yeah. And that was for me life changing. So submit to that.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah. Change can be really good.
Yeah.
Even when it's hard, press through it.
Absolutely.
Because there can be great things that come from that if you submit to it.
And then be ready to be stretched and grow. we were talking. I talked about, again, I was talking to the young adults, and I said, ladies, and none of them except for myself had bore a child, and I said, just to be
I love
ready.
this.
Your body does change when you're birthing something, but birth can be used in so many different scenarios when looking at spiritual implications. But be ready for your body to change, and it can get itchy, right? It can get painful, but
can
something
Stretch marks.
but something beautiful is coming from it, and then that change, that thing that seems so foreign and the thing that seems so hard to adapt to, that eventually becomes the norm again.
Right.
Like you
It
find,
becomes your life.
you adapt. Like we have the ability to adapt to so much, even if you're not an early adapter, even if you're a late adapter, you eventually adapt. You find a new norm. So,
or you live a very bitter, angry, negative life.
Find your
you
new norm.
do. And who wants to? Yeah, who wants to find your new norm? So the last time we talked about change, we said be the change that you want to see, and the other one is find your new norm. I like
find
that.
your new norm.
Thank you so much for joining us. We really love doing this and sharing with you, don't we?
Do you know any norms?
I know sub and abnorm. Well, but
Abby-normal? That's
Abby
from
and
Frankenstein.
subnormal,
Sorry.
No, neither one of us are eyes. Have a great day.
Yes, if this has helped you in any way, please like and share, and don't forget to follow the A-Team.
Bye.
Bye, guys.